Something serious is happening to Dave Chapelle. He's not the same. Look into this man's eyes. These are the eyes of a very broken man. Something has happened to him, and it's no small thing which has happened.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chapelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Ever since the Illuminati nonsense, his damning expose of Hollywood, and his subsequent refusal to be a part of it, Dave has clearly had a few things happen to him. Things he's not talking about, but would very much like to. Look at the face he makes after saying this.
And you came, Dave, but you didn't decide until the last minute, it seems, that you were going to do it.
Right. Well, one of the reasons was because I knew once I decided that I had to show up. I had to show up.
Yeah.
I had to show up.
Yeah.
This right here is the great dissatisfaction at the fact that somebody or some people seem to have forced him to do some things his sense of self-respect would not allow. To do things he was previously kicking against, and publicly so.
It was a perfect storm of circumstances. They made me do it. They made me do it. They made me do it.
He could not have made it any more obvious than this. Dave Chapelle is clearly trying to tell us something, and immediately after making it obvious that he's being forced to do something which he doesn't want to do, he looks around to make sure that he's safe. He does this repeatedly. We saw something very similar with Charlie Sheen after he came on camera to publicly expose and denounce 9/11 for what it wasn't. It wasn't what was being advertised by the government, that's for sure. What it was, very clearly was, a lie. A great big lie.
Did you study the tapes and you...
I've done a lot of research, and it's not just me, it's the people that have come before me, the experts and the engineers and the physicists and the scientists and the scholars that raised a lot of these things, and I took a look at their research and said, yeah, it doesn't add up. A lot of it doesn't add up, hence these questions, you know, and there's two areas. There's Building 7, and there's the 5 frames from the Pentagon. Don't listen to me. Do your own research, you know, but I think that, you know, what happened to a time in this country when we were entitled, when we had a constitutional and a...
After fighting against the system quite publicly, Charlie Sheen's career took a nosedive until eventually he was diagnosed with HIV. Notice I didn't say AIDS, I said HIV. There is a difference, and I suppose I'll talk about that in a much later video, because there's a lot of stuff going on with HIV that people just don't know.
I'm here to admit that I am in fact HIV positive.
I personally have very strong connections to HIV and AIDS researchers who've admitted to me that the government is pushing an agenda for very sinister reasons. This is the voice of reason. Subscribe for more and share this video with all your friends.